Yo, what is going on, guys? I got a big news drop for you on the next update coming to the game for October. The new event, new characters, bug fixes, updates, changes to Act 6, the buff to Punisher, all kinds of stuff. But before we get into any of that good stuff, Cosmic Ghost Rider and Red Goblin are confirmed. The two champions coming, and here is the actual in-game artwork of what they're going to look like. Dude, Cosmic Ghost Rider, I need this guy. I need him, and I need him as my profile. Oh my god, he looks so dope. I love it. I absolutely love it. Red Goblin looks pretty cool too. These guys are going to be so dope, man. But let's jump in to the text here. So, get in, Summoner. We're going time traveling. Several time anomalies have been detected in the far reaches of the Battle Realm as concerning as numerous temporal activities in one region it does not appear to affect mysterious characters running amok in the nearby area. Reports state the Rider has been sighted in the region after tracking down a seemingly abandoned warehouse filled with countless crystals. As great of a find as this is, caution is urged as there is very likely a sinister reason why the crystals were abandoned in the first place. There's some spooky champs in them. Hop in and get ready for a turbulent ride through the contest as Cosmic Ghost Rider and Red Goblin fight for, about, and through time itself in this month's event quest, Recursion. Spirit of Vengeance meets the embodiment of carnage. During Earth's last standing in Thanos' grand castle, a Punisher was struck and killed. A lifetime of killing saw his soul sent to hell, and a deal struck with Mephisto led him to become the latest Ghost Rider. But by the time he returned to Earth, everything was dead, and Thanos was gone. After endless years alone, Ghost Rider was found by Galactus, who agreed to make him his herald in exchange for being allowed to devour Earth, and he became the Cosmic Ghost Rider and a herald of Galactus. This is just so cool, man. Like, the Punisher, Frank Castle, is such a great character. I love the Netflix show. And then just him becoming, when I first heard of this storyline in the comics, I think I watched a Comic Explain video. Oh my god, it's so dope. I'm so happy this character's coming to the game. In a desperate move to regain his lost connection to the Green Goblin persona, Norman Osborn bonded with the Carnage symbiote. The result was Red Carnage, a demonic creature with a limitless thirst for death and unmatched hatred for Peter Parker. How will the contest contain his bloodlust? It's almost time to find out. And when I first heard of Red Goblin, I was like, wait, who's that? And I heard it was Carnage symbiote on Green Goblin, dude. Like, these two characters are so cool. And we're getting them both. I'm so excited for October. October is also my birthday. Oh man, this is going to be a good month. So check out these two champion spotlights next week. I'll have videos coming on those with their full abilities and everything like that. So, Hades invasion. Hell is in an uproar, and Mephisto needs the Summoner and Cosmic Ghost Rider to sort it out and bring order back to the underworld. However, the land of the dead is a dangerous place for the living, filled with hazardous few champions can contend with. Delve into limbo quests to gather lost souls, then trade them to Mephisto to purchase soul boosts to shield yourself and your champions from the harmful effects of the netherworld. But beware, Summoner, Mephisto is up to his old tricks, and while these boosts will buff your champions, they will also give your opponents buffs as well. After you've collected your lost souls and soul boosts, you can enter Hades invasions to fight for rewards. Sounds interesting. I don't know what the rewards are going to be on this, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully there's a legendary difficulty for the Cavalier level, and it's on par with the Mutant Treasure Island event, hopefully. Hoping to see some shards in there and stuff. And then we got the Punishing Arena, a special arena with a twist. Use all your champions to earn more lost souls and monster and hunter crystal shards. These shards can be exchanged for monsters and hunter's crystals, which, like the name says, contains monsters and those that hunt them. Those are the crystals. And the first thing that I was talking about, where they found the abandoned crystals, we got monster crystals and then hunter crystals. So there should be all kinds of spooky champs in there. And then we got 7 Deadly Sins solo objectives. Funny name because it's a popular anime show and game. Complete 7 chains of solo objectives to earn lost souls, monster and hunter crystal shards, and exclusive profile pics. And then here we get to Punisher 2099 and his buff. So he is classified as a tune-up. There's 4 different classifications for champion buffs. I think tune-up was the second one, I'm not sure exactly, but he's the first tune-up. So let's talk about it. Now, fair warning, I am a total Punisher noob. I don't play him, so I'm not really sure how he works. but all these sound like good changes, and there's a lot of them. So I have some high hopes for them. So some increased base armor and attack rating. That's good. Just some base stats, giving them an increase. Battery now starts at 40% and charges faster. Delay reduced to every 3.5 seconds, and increased charge rate for opponents with 0, 1, or 2+ buffs. Increased starting charge bonus from signature ability. Signature ability now activates only when an opponent hits 3 bars of power, which I believe power drains them a bit and power locks them and uses some battery. Automatic heal block. Duration increased from 8 to 10 seconds, and battery drain reduced from 20 to 15%. Automatic regeneration. Maximum possible healing increased from 20% of max health to 35% of max health. Automatic power drain, power lock. Power drain amount increased from 5% of max power to 15%. Increased power lock duration. Reduced battery drainage from 50% to 40%. Heavy attack stun battery drainage reduced from 15% to 10%. Overdrive now drains the battery more slowly. Reduced drain from 0.5 seconds per battery percent to 0.4 seconds. Overdrive attack bonus now gives plus 150% attack rating for the entire duration of overdrive. I'm not sure what it was before, but that sounds good. Special attack 1, battery charge gain increased from 16% over 8 seconds to 20% over 10 seconds. Special 2, reduced battery drain from 20% to 15%. Critical rating bonus increased from 30% to 40%. Duration of armor break from grenade launcher increased from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. And the potency of the armor break is increased from -60% to 60% and can now stack. Special 3, reduced battery drainage from 50% to 40%. Change to a degeneration type with added effects. Damage increased from 200% of attack to 220%. Duration increased from 10 to 20 seconds. This seems like a pretty big increase right here. They only, when I first read this, it's like, oh, they only increased the degeneration damage by 20%, but they're doubling the time that it lasts. So that's a really big increase. Cross-training synergy with Punisher upgraded. Punisher 2099 starting power meter increased from 20% of max to 25%, and Punisher's Fury and Bleed ability accuracy increased from 20 to 25%. We got a Loyal Minister synergy with Captain America. It's been upgraded. The amount of starting battery increased from plus 15% to plus 25%. Captain America gains more attack rating, 15% to 20% while the opponent is under the effects of a stun or fatigue debuff. Now this is what I really like. Captain America World War II and Captain America Infinity War added to this synergy bonus. Bleed debuffs also now trigger the effect in addition to fatigue and stun. So now this is a new synergy for Captain America Infinity War. He's going to get 15% attack rating while the opponent is under a stun or fatigue debuff, which, you know, you parry heavy with Captain America Infinity War all day long, so that's dope. And then we have a Hail Hydra synergy with Red Skull. It's been upgraded. Red Skull's heal block duration increased from 7.5 to 9 seconds. Punisher's debuff duration increased from 50 to 60%. And added Teammate synergy with Doctor Doom, and added Nemesis synergy with Guillotine 2099. So that was a mouthful. And again, I don't know a whole lot about Punisher 29 because I don't play him, but definitely going to try him with the buff. And it just seems like a lot of stuff, like pretty much all his abilities got upped. So I think he is looking promising right now. But, you know, on paper, I'm going to need to actually play him. But one of the big issues that I've heard people that do play Punisher 29 is that big issue with the battery and that it gets drained so fast. And it seems now you'll be able to start with a higher percentage and it's going to be drained slower. So it sounds like it could be good. We're going to have to see. I'm very excited to test it. Now we get to an Act 6 fight update. So a lot of people have been waiting for Act 6 to get nerfed. So I think this is one of the big ones that we've all been kind of waiting for. So in our final update to Act 6, yes, this is the last one. So it's the big nerf. We're targeting multiple encounters through Act 6 that players found particularly frustrating. This is in large part thanks to the feedback sent to us directly from you, in addition to our own internal reviews. So Chapter 1, Quest 5, Crossbones Boss. This is one of the biggest hurdles to becoming Cavalier, actually. Replaced Biohazard with Poison, 100% HP over 30 seconds. So I was thinking about this. Right now, that fight, you know, you kind of only need a bleed immune or someone to get around the bleed, because with the Biohazard, the poison isn't an issue unless you hit his block. So changing it to poison, I was like, I don't know, that kind of changes the fight, but it takes the whole bleed aspect out of the fight, and there are a lot of poison immune characters in the game. So yeah, I think overall, That could be a good change. There are tons of poison me characters, so that will make the fight a lot easier. And then the Mr. Sinister boss, this one I knew was coming, man. Everybody's been waiting for the Mr. Sinister boss to get nerfed because there's just so much stuff on him. So replaced EMP modification with Prey on the Weak. This is great, man. Getting rid of the EMP modification is fantastic. Caustic Temper is still a big node on there, but yeah, EMP modification was pretty silly. Just passive shocks. There's not that many characters in the game that is immune to shock, and is poison immune and can get a fury for this fight. So that's a big one. That's really good that was taken away. Now next up we have the Mordo boss in 6.2 Quest 5. Added a reduced potency version of Strength in Numbers. New reduction is 12.5% per KO champion, meaning a maximum of 50% reduction. Other instances of Strength in Numbers are unchanged at this time. I thought there'd be a little bit more for the Mordo boss. His power gain is one of the biggest issues with that fight, I think. So I thought they were going to tone that down a bit. Because I believe there's Spite, and Mordo's already has power gain abilities. But yeah, I don't know. I wish they just get rid of this node. It's kind of a stupid node. It just makes you use your revives if you have dead teammates, but at least it'll be reduced if you have like one KO champion. It won't be as big of a deal now. So yeah, I think this is better than what it was. Next up, we got the Chapter 2, Quest 6, replace Rogue with Old Man Logan. I'm not sure which fight that is in particular. Chapter 3, Quest 1, Medusa boss, remove Counter-Strike. That's good because once you dex 10 times, she go unblockable, and it was pretty annoying. And then Chapter 3, Quest 3, replace Mysterio with King Groot. Replace preceding King Groot with Groot. This is good. I believe this is the Acid Wash Mysterio, probably the most bogus fight in all of Act 6. So that's really good. Quest 4 in Chapter 3, Iron Man Infinity War boss, removed Plague Mind, reduced improved power gain from 100% to 50%. That's good. I don't think this boss was too big of a problem, but he was... That last 15% is always the worst, so reducing the improved power gain in that final phase, cut it in half, will definitely help. And then Chapter 3, Quest 5, the Mysterio boss. I think the Mysterio boss is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in all of Act 6 to solo in like one shot, you know? The Champion and the Grandmaster are both hard in their own right, but there's a lot of counters to them, and once you get the fight down, it's a lot easier. But the Mysterio boss, man, there's very, very few champions that can solo this fight. And even with the champions, it's a pain. This dude is so annoying to fight. And it's just because he has so many stacked nodes, which is crazy. And Mysterio is such a defensive champion in his own right. So the one change they made was removed armor break immunity. And that's actually huge. Because now that you can armor break him, that really that cracks his helmet or whatever. And that is huge. That's going to make his power gain not so obnoxious. That's going to also just increase your damage. It's going to also stop him. I think it stops him from gaining the gases charges. Because also if he doesn't use a special and he builds up too much gas, then he applies a poison to you. There's just so much going on in that fight. So that's going to be a really good change. It's funny, I actually just did that fight on the beta with Human Torch yesterday before I knew it was getting changed. So that's funny. But yeah, really good to see that being changed, man, because I think he's one of the hardest bosses. And then Chapter 3, Quest 6, Captain America Infinity War boss, replaced Unlimited Power with Aggression Fury. That's great because the... Wait, is the Unlimited Power the node I'm thinking about? Where it makes him throw the special 3? I'm not sure. I have to go back and check what that node actually is. I don't think the Captain America boss was too difficult. If you just had like a Ronin, he could take it. But Chapter 4, Quest 1, Venom the Duck, replaced Spectre with Electric Fluctuations. That's great. That Venom the Duck was a silly fight with the Spectre. I went back and sold him with Weapon X, but only because Weapon X was immune to Spectre. That fight is super silly. And then Chapter 4, Quest 2, Taskmaster removed Terminal Velocity. Chapter 4, Quest 3, Darkhawk boss removed Raptor upgrades. I believe that makes him start unblockable. And then Chapter 4, Quest 4, replaced Iceman with Havoc. I'm not sure which Iceman that is in particular. And then Chapter 4, Quest 4, Arcus mini-boss replaced EMP modification with Buffet. And then Chapter 4, Quest 5, Hydra Adaptoid boss reduced 600% champion boost to 300% champion boost. That's going to cut his health and attack down by quite a bit. So yeah, a lot of changes to a lot of the very tricky stuff in Act 6. I think this is a pretty good list. Let me know if you guys think that they missed anything really big. I think the changes to Mr. Sinister is really solid, and to Mysterio, two really obnoxious bosses. And then the duck change is also really good. But yeah, so thank you for all the feedback you provided, and special thank you to those who took part in our small focus group regarding Act 6 changes. We couldn't make all the changes that were requested, but we hope that these will address many of the pain points that players have raised, while also maintaining some of the difficulty that should come with the jump from Act 5 to Act 6. So yeah, that's the changes coming to Act 6 now. We still got more stuff. We got bug fixes and convention clash. So while Marvel Contest Champions will not be visiting any conventions this year, sad face, there's still a way to test your mettle. Convention Clash hosts 6 fights, each representing the daily and grand final boss fights seen on stage in 2017, 18, and 2019. If you had ever wanted a chance to take on these challenging opponents, your opportunity is now. Those who manage to overcome each year's boss fights will receive a title per chapter, and those who vanquish every foe will walk away with a profile picture to display their prowess. What kind of challenge can you concoct for these encounters? Challenge yourself and your fellow summoners to try something new, and share it with us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and the forums. So this is cool, man. A little bit of a throwback to the Comic-Con bosses. I'm excited for 2017 because that's the year that I won. I wonder if they'll do a little something special for the people that won each year. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm excited just to see that, just for the throwback. Maybe I'll see if I can beat my time. Maybe. I wonder if we'll probably be able to use. I wonder if they'll keep it to the champions you could use at that time, or if we'll be able to use new champions now. But then we also have some bug fixes. So Aegon fixed visual effects in Special 3. Annihilus updated info page to specify that aptitude and block penetration effects are passives. Black Widow Clairvoyant updated info page to specify that Mighty Charge purifies all pre-existing debuffs first and then becomes immune to new debuffs until the dash ends. Doctor Doom fixed an issue where Special 3 visual effects were not visible. Dragon Man fixed an issue where wings would cover opponents. Ghost fixed an issue where phase would behave like a purify instead of just removing the debuffs. Ghost buff. Nice. Ghost Rider is now immune to incinerate effects. Praise the Lord, man. They finally did it. Finally, Ghost Rider is immune to incinerate. And it's all thanks to this guy right up here, because he's immune to incinerate. So they're probably like, yeah, we should make the other Ghost Rider immune to incinerate too. It's about time. A little overdue, but we'll take it. We'll take it. But that should not affect the Ghost Rider in Abyss. So you can still torch him. Even if he was, you can still Nova Flame him. Guardian fixed an issue where auto block would not occur if he evaded the first hit of a special attack. Hulkbuster fixed issue where low star Hulkbuster would not spend armor ups to apply the heavy shock. Longshot fixed an issue where Fate Seal did not nullify Dragon Man's power charge. Silver Surfer fixed issue where a game would crash during Special 3. Fixed issue where heavy attack would whiff against Silver Surfer when he was against the wall. Storm Pyramid X fixed an issue where Storm would cause special attacks to glance. Warlock fixed issue where the first hit would occasionally whiff. Wow, I didn't know Warlock could do that, because I don't have him. Wasp fixed an issue where the first hit of the special one would occasionally whiff. Updated the great power node description specified players require 3 responsibility passive buffs rather than 100. Is that for the new variant? I think so. And updated Arc Overload 2.0 description specified activates at the start of the fight. So yeah, Ghost Rider's immune to incinerate. That's the big one. Finally. But yeah, guys, that was a big dump of information. Let me know what you guys think of it all. What are you most excited for in this coming update? For me personally, I'm most excited for these 2 Jokers. It's gonna be a good October, man. October is my favorite month of the year, so it's looking good in game. That's going to do it for all the information. If you guys enjoyed, if you learned something, drop a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Like I said, I will have the full making videos on the full spotlights of these 2 guys and their abilities. They sound pretty cool. That's all I'll say. That's all I really can say. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Peace out.